I stood in front of the judge, my wrists bound tight in iron cuffs, a heavy leather muzzle strapped across my face, cutting off words by suffocation. I had no idea why I was there, no clue what crime I had committed or even what the rules were of this situation. The silence in the courtroom was overpowering. No whispers, no shuffling of papers, not even the faint scratch of a pen. Only the judge's voice filled the chamber, low and deliberate, heavy with authority. "I think I will find you in contempt of court," he said, squinting down at me through eyes that were sharp but weary, "and send you to jail until I say otherwise." His words felt like a verdict carved into stone. I wanted to shout or protest, even demand an explanation, but the muzzle pressed against my lips and teeth sealed me off from any form of resistance. All I could do was feel. A dull melancholy washed over me, not sharp or sudden, but heavy, like a wet blanket thrown across my spirit. It left me subdued, numb, and compliant. My will to fight drained out of me as if siphoned away by unseen hands. The bailiff stepped forward and grabbed me by the elbow. His grip was cold and sterile. I shuffled along, feet heavy, following without even knowing why I obeyed. We reached the elevator tucked into the far corner of the courtroom, its brushed steel doors gleaming unnaturally bright under the fluorescent lights. He pressed the button. The door slid open with a hiss, and I was ushered inside. The bailiff didn't say a word. He simply stood, face blank as stone. The moment the doors closed, the elevator lurched downward. At first, it felt like any normal descent, but then it dropped faster, too fast. My stomach shot up into my chest. The lights above flickered, buzzing, strobing white against the mirrored interior. The air pressure changed, thickening, pressing into my ears until they popped. I braced myself against the railing, and it felt like the floor was vanishing beneath me, the box hurtling straight down into the earth with no end. I tried to scream, but the sound died in my throat, trapped behind the muzzle. My mind raced with one question: where's this taking me? But I already knew there was no point asking. The elevator slammed to a halt. My knees buckled. Before I could regain balance, the door slid open. I was no longer in a courthouse. I was deep within the tunnels of the underworld, in a weird version of the county jail. The bailiff shoved me forward, and I stumbled out, hitting the ground hard. The metal door sealed shut behind me after falling, with a finality that rattled my bones. I lay there for a moment, catching my breath, body limp, unable to move as the cold tile pressed against my cheek. 2 guards appeared, massive men in uniforms that looked tailored more for intimidation than function. Without a word, they lifted me up, grabbing my arms as if I were weightless. They carried me down a narrow corridor that echoed with every step of their boots. At the end was a door, thick and reinforced with steel, its surface scratched with marks like claws or desperate fingernails. One guard unlocked it, while the other held me steadily. The door swung open, revealing not the dark, rotting cell I expected, but something impossibly different. They removed the cuffs from my wrists, unclasped the muzzle from my face, and one of them said, in a voice flat and almost casual, "This is going to be your home for a while." The door clanged shut behind me. Locks clicked, bolts slid into place. I turned and looked around, dazed. What kind of prison was this? The air was fresh. The space was spotless. People walked freely, no chains, no shouting, no fear. Inmates lounged casually as if refined or well-trained. No one looked stressed. No one looked broken. The silence here wasn't suffocating. It was peaceful.
No way it ends like that. Play the next video now.